want to interfere in what they're doing because I understand what they're doing. It comes out of love, even if it's wrong. So I just let them be. But sometimes, in a new way, particularly, and I have to let them know, say, the message is too strong for us to be playing, that game. So let's drop it for a second. We pretty much we can do another song. But this message, especially in these times, this is very serious that we have to take serious. So yeah.
Yeah, no, Vim, no, you do. Okay, one more question from you guys out there. Questions be a movie Sunday the man and yeah, and Santi Munjai. More.
I don't know them.
Wow, name that. I'm gonna be some questions. I'm your comments. Stoneboy and Shatawali, who do you feel? Okay, Uncle on. Sarkodie is the most hated, but also the most liked. But you people ask question. Be a move for some of your comments and hey, go for her dream. You see some of the things that they see. Look, but you see the thing.
Yeah, I did see some things.
I think it's good. People have to know that the game is the game. So however they want to have fun with it, that's fine. We spend our time creating the art. So, if they do what they do with it, that's all part of it. No harm, no foul. It's all good. Okay. Let me whilst I'm waiting for questions from them, make I ask you a question, and then that will be my last question for you. Okay, let me think about this. Let's see. Okay, so if there was one thing that you could change about Ghana, just one though. So right now, you get the God give you like, yo, my son, snap at the finger. You ask me this what do you call it, request to change one thing for Ghana. I'll change just one thing, please. You can't say two, just one. It's like genie in the bottle business. What would be the one thing you would change?
The line break. You say what I go fit change?
What would you change if you had only,
the line the break? What?
Okay, if you had just one request you could make to higher power to make a change in Ghana, what would be the one request you would make to change what?
Okay, yeah, I got that. So I think one thing that has been is at this point I'll be some question where because this same question it changed over the years, because when I used to do this, political songs, and I was talking about certain things that was happening in that particular year or that particular point in time. But until Obi Kraka said they think I am MPP because I'm not talking about what MPP is doing or whatever. But I think my main reason is because as I'm a car under NDC, it was for all the parties, right? Like anybody that comes on, like Diomo, I don't know. And for me to go to the studio and say the same thing again, you know how creativity is. It's like, because my said down it has to hit me. At this point, this song that we just did is literally my state of mind. So I would wish, these high powers start taking back their pride, or more, their integrity should be like a top priority. Say they want to protect that, and then the love for the people to survive. At their back one, the person work with team so that it can affect any decisions that they want to make. A chrono, decision is concerned, or chrono year, the development of the country is concerned. I think that pride in as people, this I can't say but just to put it in a nutshell, the idea of having this pride as leaders, that your top priority is just protecting your people. It would affect every decision that you make, the people that you put in power. Anybody who is not in to protect the people is not supposed to come around you. So it will high power, and I say decision here to protect your people. It affects every decision that you make. That's to the people that you want to choose to, run the country with you. Obia onim say the subanye bia do obe mabe obe piska obe ya dia mayaboka obeja a kametri mano. You just have to get rid of those people. So I think I would like to change their mindset and move it from coming into power and trying to gain, personal wealth and just but just serve the country. And just your top priority should be that the country and get your power back. People have to come to us to ask for stuff so that we can be respected when we go out there. That would be like my top idea.
So that's like correct leadership at every level.
Exactly. Like, let me say, my family and young fato to say, Sisi amene will manifest. Se me no, mambobra na me bobo nkofo bosia. Na se me deka na enu huntino. Ya betchimi akotum. Me giska so anema kodi. Ya betchimi atum. And then my daughter will have to pay for that when she goes up, which she had, on your one so me say me fa mbra wi ase, and I made naba. And I'm leave this burden on her. And now, on I'm honest, I papa at the prison and I say I'm broke or anything. She's an easy target because with Chinobi, they can get away with anything that they do with Titi because nobody will fight for her. On the other hand, when you manifest, to me, that's what told you out. A ball bray investments, hold you onto your grounds. Nobody came to your family to invade, trying to like buy you out or pay you anything. Now keep your integrity, keep your power, your pride. Your child grows up having that confidence. Say, maybe I don't say come here. Why wouldn't if you me fee? You can't just mess with me. Me papa no boy brand to me, papa jam and dine to me jam any more cash and chairman. What I say, papa you say, to me chairman. That's basically what I'm talking about. If our decision is based on data, it's long term. It takes a lot of self-pride and adding because you have to say no to a lot of things, but it's for the bigger picture. You get it? So I just want them to build that confidence. Say you are sitting on something, even though you have not seen it. There are stuff that I saw that I was going to get without somebody getting it for me before I even got it because I had that belief. So it affected every decision that I made from day one. So I want our leaders. This is a small example. When I took the family, it goes even in the music industry, dealing with labels. I know you know about these things. People going in for, the brown paper bag, and then later on losing everything. We know a lot of legends that at this point, not even in Ghana, even in the States, now Nim Crampo said they signed everything away and they don't have no cash at this point, and they almost ball in their time, but then generation wasn't able to benefit anything from that. And that's what the leadership I'm talking about, it has to change with our leaders.
Facts. Okay, so you get last question to me, and then we'll take one question from the fans.
Yeah, some of this I was around the same thing that you just asked. I would also want to see your opinion on how specifically politics is being done in Africa. Let's take Ghana because we are in Ghana. How are politicians near politics? What do you think? Or are you okay with it, or you think some things should change?
Well, I think first and foremost, our biggest problem is adopting a democracy that is not ours and that doesn't work for us. Even in America, one of the most successful countries economically, there's a lot of people struggling. It's
True.
a lot of people. Laws and everything are made for people who make the most money from taxes, etc. So as countries, we are trying to develop to a certain degree, and we're adopting that same system that is not even working for them perfectly. I think that is our first problem, right? So
yeah,
I'll give you an example of why that be a problem. In Europe and America, politicians don't go, generally, I'm not saying everybody, they don't go into office to make money in office, even though they might go into office because later on they will make money from the clout that they will get from being in office. But
True.
the idea that Udu officer, that be where you enrich yourself, it's not even there fundamentally. Yes, and there's a lot of crooked politicians all over the world, but they think that, okay, when I get into politics, establish links, lobby for big companies near the intimate, free office and then they may use it. Like we are president of America or other places that when you say you can go and speak for like that hundreds of thousands every time you speak for hundreds of thousands of dollars. So
True.
and yeah, about whilst you're in office and all of that. That in itself is because of where they are in a sense. So I think we have adopted the democracy in a way that is going to be difficult for us to, unless we have, the Nkrumah kind of thing. I reference Nkrumah a lot, because Charlie, on the real day, we have to be real about it. And yes, a founding father take care. In terms of ideology, and then I dream on the by everything. Can you imagine as an Nzima man? And the Ghana and Kayebeka, tribally there, and this party, Ashanti, this party ever. But even the fact that trying to manage those things early, it took a lot of nyansa, sense, and movement. So, if we can adopt, if we can really go back to the drawing board and really think of structures, because structures, if you have great structures, it will always over the people who are crooked and stuff, right? A great structures will help with accountability. So, because I know they trust people, because I didn't know. And say, I will be able to say, the thing is poor already, so make I get mine. But if you put, if structurally, look, a few years ago we discovered our judiciary. The work we discovered that, and now do documentary where we discover, say, Charlie, people they use goods and things bribe, like a place where you felt like when things were wrong, you could go and seek, refuge. So for me, it's the structures. When we of course, people make structures, but structures can keep people accountable, and it can also give power. It can. Your friend say it changes the balance of power. You understand? Because it changes the balance of power so that America they say something like a whistleblower, so that somebody who might just be a civil servant can be able to topple a government when they know that the government is messing up.
True.
So anyway, for me, that's what it is. Yeah, that'd be So guys, you get one more question.
Yeah, these things there. If you get into one, you go talk. I know. Say, I know. Say, from looking at you from far, this thing could be something with your heart up. Like me, if I start talking these things, I will start go. Or this thing, if we meet for somewhere, we just discuss. Because if you won't do it for a year, we'll get problem tomorrow.
One day we go do them like video podcast or something.
Yes.
No,
Any other questions from here?
Yeah, we'll take a question from there. We'll round it up, man. Yeah, you choose the question this time. Whilst you're choosing, I'll answer one question somebody asked. They said the song we did was about emancipation. What are our views on religion? I believe in spirituality. I believe in anything that will help better people as people. But I did say in the song that religion is a prison and we dying to be living, because a lot of times religion is used against people, not for people. Like some of the people who they talk of Martin Luther, Malcolm, they're all religious people, but they didn't use religion to oppress.
And that's the funny thing that people don't understand. When religion comes in, it's like people freak out. Like my mom will hear certain lines and go like, "Hey, see, I'm about to write before or something," because the old people. That's the thing. That's the biggest problem, because we were born in that state where you can't even question anything, which. For a long time, you feel like something is wrong, but you can't talk about it because of the backlash that you get. And even from your own people, they will freak out. Like the statement doesn't even make sense to them. Why would you even say that? And I think, as I said, religion, I'm a spiritual person. I'm a religious person. I use Christianity in a different way compared to what other people want to use it for. Now, you have seen what, the expose that's going on for these pastors. They are using the same Bible, but look at what they're doing with it. For me, my understanding of Christianity is way different. And that's why I'm open to have conversations with different people to get to understand where they're coming from. I've had conversations with a lot of people who are in tech, who are creating big innovations. And I had conversations with them. I'm talking about, also, be a Jamal Ferrari is different. But if I call you Ferrari, it's not the same as the people who are working there. And those people, we have some of them close to us talking about Safo Kantanka. I sat with him, had an interesting conversation. And I was just pushing him, trying to get to the last end of where the thought came from, right? It to me calm, say, because Mikoy was some I know it looked like an incubator or something. Oh, they leaf any leaf biatuma, it will tell you what the leaf is and what it does. And I was like, so we know what's about saying away. And then they will give you, and I've spoken to people who learned, you know, they give them about codes or anyway and or the combine anyway and but conquer for Nakasa or Motana or no moment school, I don't know back again. Be beside do end now or church when it gets to like the last layer, or no catch us a hot mean control, you know, and obviously we just know that these things are all these things is something that's happening. Yeah, tap it into because there's a lot of people creating stuff here, but you need building our confidence in ourselves to be able to.
Yeah.
Because they use that same thing to downplay all these great people who can really help Africa. So yeah, moving forward, we should be whatever we want to be into. You know, you could be a Christian or whatever, but the truth is the truth. You have to face the truth as it is.
Charlie, that is a good place to end. You talk that thing. The truth
Yeah,
be
man.
the truth.
I know.
Up.
Anna, you see, I'm about to link you up. Why?
We go link up. Bless
God
up.
bless you,
All right,
bro.
Charlie. Bless. Yeah.
Nice.